Should parents be informed if their child is being given birth control? This question is a can of worms waiting to be opened, and when it did, these worms went everywhere. There are parents saying this way, and there are parents saying that way. There's really no in between on this subject. It's very much a yes or no question, and there is absolutely no maybe. But with sex education being so underutilized in our country today, secret birth control may be the only way to keep our younger generation safe. I can vouch for this, as many other young girls my age can as well. It all depends on the parents. In the following 4 minutes, I'm going to tell you why, or why not, parents should be informed if their child is or is not taking birth control. To start this speech off, I posed this very question to a group of 19 to 23-year-old boys. You might think you know all of their answers, but all of them had the same one. As a teenage boy, no, parents should not be informed. You know why. But then each and every one of them said, from looking from a fatherly standpoint, yes, parents should absolutely be informed. This is hard because this proves that the question can be answered from where you stand on the subject. Do you stand on the parent side, or do you stand on the child side? I loved this quote by a mother of a teenage daughter on mommyish.com. The world of teens isn't all unicorns and sex ed fairies. Teens still might not come to their parents no matter how open-minded and honest they try to be. This is true. Sex is uncomfortable because our society has made it so. Teens don't want to discuss sex with their parents, and not all parents make it a subject to be talked about. To further solidify this, I'm going to tell a very personal story. I had been dating a boy for a few months and talked about getting on birth control to my mother. I was 16 years old. She proceeded to tell me that I didn't need birth control unless I was having sex, which I absolutely should not be. She then told me how wrong it was, and such that I should consider it so, that I should not be doing this with anyone at my age. She made me utterly afraid. So I went and got on it myself, because I was afraid to tell her otherwise. Do not be fooled. I did not take sex lightly, even at my very immature age. My mother eventually found my birth control and was extremely hurt and confused. Of course, I felt terrible. She did not understand why I did not tell her. But through this, I ended up talking to her about it, and we discussed what we had both done wrong in this situation. My mother is a wonderful mother, and her and I are closer than ever because of this experience. The boy that I had been dating for only months at that time, I have now been dating for 3 years. I am now 19 years old and still stand with my views on birth control. Although I want my children to tell me, I understand that it is hard, especially to talk to a parent. Though parents are loving and caring figures, they can sometimes be viewed as scary or ununderstanding. But I want them to be safe, and if that means not telling me about their birth control, then I would rather have it that way. Pregnancy is much worse than secret birth control in my eyes. It is also a much more long-term commitment with many, many, many more downfalls than there is uphills. Because of Planned Parenthood and secret birth control, I have avoided pregnancy and have made a long-lasting healthy relationship with my current boyfriend. Not only that, but I have made a long-lasting healthy relationship with my parents, and I hope that they will be better with my siblings than they were with me. I was the first, so I do understand that it is hard to let go, and I think a lot of parents experience this. I have avoided pregnancy and made a long-lasting healthy relationship. I also believe that there are many girls with a testimony very similar to mine. Sex is not taken lightly and never should be. As a parent, if you don't want secrets, you need to make yourself open. And if we don't want teen pregnancy to rise, secret birth control honestly may be our only option, especially with the underutilized sex education in the United States. Talk to your children. Make yourself approachable. Make them want to tell you things. It is beneficial for you and your child, and of course your relationship together.